Crusoe. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, you've got a busy day today. You're going to get that bamboo. Yeah.
Bamboo.
Where are you going? Are you off? Yeah, wow, that's nice, isn't it?
We are the newbies, John, Tara and Crusoe, and we've been living an extraordinary life, committed to making our minutes and seconds count. For the last 2 years, we've been living in vans and travelling the world.
Something's just happened.
I could be wrong, but I think there's 2 cookies.
Crusoe has already been to 23 countries on 4 continents. We have fed giraffe, faced down elephants, kayaked with humpbacks
The spray.
and played with meerkats. We've taken some of the world's greatest hikes, visited the world's greatest cities, and seen some of nature's greatest spectacles. We even got married by a penguin, but that's another story. Now it's time for our biggest challenge yet. We've bought an abandoned farm in northern Portugal, and our mission is to turn the overgrown wreck into an off-grid, sustainable place that we can call home. Join us and follow our journey. Be brave, think big, explore.
Shall we get the duck and the chicken up? Okay. Gotta go wake the duck and the chicken up.
At least it's easier than putting them to bed.
Yeah, a lot easier. Come on then.
This week on our farm in Portugal is probably our toughest one yet, because it's time to say goodbye. We're packing up to leave and heading to the UK to welcome our second baby with the support of family and friends. We've got to apply for John's D7 visa, and we're going to visit a few projects that we think might be able to help us with our future plans on the farm. But more on all of that next week. To say that it's a reluctant departure would be a huge understatement. We have loved every single minute of our first few months here, adapting to the ebb and flow of life on the farm, settling into the rhythms of the day, and making our mark on this remarkable piece of Portugal. Thankfully, we're not gone for long, and when we return, there'll be 4 of us. There's certainly lots to look forward to.
Take them outside, buddy.
Go on then, out the way. There we go. Oh. Watch your back. Oh. Chicken, the dog. And now the duck. Just the duck. Some water, some food. Starved.
Wow, good morning.
Good morning, welcome back to the farm.
We don't usually bring you along this early in the morning.
No, normally we've got time to wake up and have this cup of coffee before we start filming anything. But
Yes. Yeah.
this is how it usually starts, with Crusoe being a little bit hectic and
Let's just say we hit the ground running most days.
most days, yeah.
Bam, 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 bam.
And today's no different because the slightly heartbreaking task of packing up the farm to leave has to begin and end today. We've got rubbish to get rid of, laundry to be done, houses to be cleaned, ducks and chickens to rehome for the time we're away, and we've been invited over to the neighbours for a visit to see what our farm could be like one day. All this while filming and working and keeping a toddler out of trouble. Sounds a little crazy? Honestly, it's a pretty typical day in the newbie world.
Crusoe. Crusoe. Come on, little man. As he gets older, his world gets so much bigger. I think in a year's time we're going to lose him on this farm.
No doubt.
He wants to go and water the grass. It's a job that Crusoe and I always do together. So he's down there wondering what on earth I'm still doing up here. I'll be away to do that now. All right, before we turn the tap on, first things first, always just double check the level of the water in here. There's an air block, so we're going to fix that right now. We made this system so that undoing the air blocks that happen regularly will be super easy. So we'll do that now. Just pushing the water that's in the tank still back up to the well, or back up to the spring where we get our water from. That'll clear out the air block. It shouldn't take more than a few minutes. Okay, that's it. Open that. That's it. Airlock's cleared. We are ready to water the grass. Crusoe, shall we go? Get the day started. All of this water is coming from our stream at the top of the farm. And what that basically means is we're moving it from the stream onto this lawn. And if we weren't putting it on this lawn, it would just be going into one of our bottom fields where it's a bit quaggy and it feeds, water's basically a load of weeds. So I have absolutely I don't feel bad about watering this grass and putting a lot of water on it just to get it going. But once it's finally going, which we hope will be by this time next year, we've got a really nice lawn here. Once it's finally going...
No, Crusoe, it's too early for that.
Once it's finally going, this lawn in particular, this grass in particular, takes very, very little looking after, and it's very, very low water requirement. So hopefully, well done, Crusoe. Hopefully it'll be a great lawn one day. And I love coming down here and starting my day off with this.
So does Crusoe.
The moon is still out, Crusoe. Look. Wow. Can you see the moon? Can you get the moon, Crusoe? Up, 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 up.
While John cracks on with that, it's time to get some breakfast into everybody. So Crusoe and I are going to head back up to the house. Hey? Do you want some porridge?
Go.
chicken has decided it's quite partial to blueberries. And Crusoe treats them a bit like you would a family dog. So often, most of his food ends up on the floor for these guys. We've got so much to do today. So John and I have come up with an idea to try and make Crusoe a little sandpit so that he will at least stay a little bit entertained.
Back on the roof again. Hopefully this is one of the last times that I'm going to be up here for a while anyway. The Sigaflex paint went down really well yesterday. I'm quite pleased with it, but I can see already that it's probably going to have some kind of limitations in that it's not covered some of the cracks properly, and it's definitely going to need a second coat. So I'll be doing that this morning. I think for the long term, and in Sigaflex's defense, this isn't supposed to be a paint that you put on and then are able to trample and walk over every day. It's kind of a low traffic solution to waterproofing a roof. I think it's going to be a really great one, but we're going to want to be able to get up here and wander around and do all sorts of things. So I think for the long term, we will be getting that rubber sheet to stick over the top of it. I think it'll make it a little bit more durable and last a little bit longer. But for the short term, this is going to do just fine. Before I get the roller out and give it a second coat, I'm just going to go over all of the cracks with a hand brush, just to make sure I'm getting in all of the gaps and paying a little bit closer attention to it. Yeah, so that'll be the first job, then a quick roll. Shouldn't take much more than an hour, and I'll be sat down there drinking my cup of coffee again. I can't wait. That's it. Second coat is on. Maybe I'll put a third coat, but I think it's looking good enough. See how it holds next time it rains.
So something we have to do before we leave the farm, sad, is find a place for obviously the little duck and chicken until we get back again. The neighbours have very sweetly offered to have them. So we're off to visit them for the first time, to go and see their farm and just say hi and thank you.
So yeah, you've met Joel. You saw him on the swimming pool episode, I think.
Yeah.
He was helping us clean that out. He's our neighbour, and he's going to be managing the farm while we're away. Wow, look at these flowers.
Beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I don't think you've been up this part of our farm before,
Yes,
have you?
I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Just so everybody knows, that's a building that we've got on the land. It's just empty. There's nothing in it. But we'll be doing something with it later date. And then down here, this is also part of our land down here. It's kind of cool because we've got all these huge pine trees. Not sure what we're going to do with them yet, but it's so beautiful. Maybe the treehouse could be here. So I'm pretty sure that this wall here is where the boundary of our property. I'm excited to go and see these guys because we have been here quite a while, and we just haven't been over to see them. Look, they're over there. They're waving at us. Great.
Oh wow!
Wow, they have a cool setup, hey?
Feijão.
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 Okay.
Este é feijão pode ser.
They've got exactly what they
O nosso,
like.
o nosso trabalho.
Sim, muito trabalho.
É,
Muito trabalho.
é.
Sim, sim.
Eu e o meu parceiro. Eu e o meu parceiro, ó, os
Yeah.
dois.
There.
Este é para regar tudo também.
Wow, look what they've done with the water. Such a cool idea, hey? Oh, it's a frog. Dude.
This is so inspiring. Like amazing. I can't wait until we have this much kind of produce and setup on our farm, isn't it though?
Yeah. I think
Everything's so alive. There's just so, oh God, how beautiful.
it's a lot of work, but
Yeah,
it's going to be
loads.
great fun doing it for sure. Look at this.
More water.
E aqui é menina. Foi igual.
É igual.
Foi
Sim.
em tempos, foi.
Ok.
Foi. Agora é que está
Our
Yeah,
grapes are
yeah.
considerably smaller at the moment though, huh?
I know, yeah. I thought we were getting loads of grapes and they were doing all right, but I've learned a valuable lesson. Oh dear, buddy. Oh, sorry, he's taken out one of the beans.
So that translates as, on our farm we've already given 1,500 litres of wine. That's amazing, man. We're learning more and more about our place the more we talk to people.
Yeah, no, you can't have the grapes because they're not ready yet. Amazing, look at them. Hey? Oh, love, we have got a long way to go, man.
We do, don't we?
Really a long way to go.
Para cortar no início de outubro.
Okay.
Depois pisar, fazer vinho.
So just asked how big this piece of property is, their farm is, and it's about the same size as ours, which is pretty exciting because they've done so much with it.
Outra aqui, outra ali.
Well, that was surely a real pleasure, wasn't it?
Amazing, so inspiring. I can't wait until our farm is producing like that. And what I really loved was just how abundant everything was. Everything was so alive, there was so much variety.
The variety was key, wasn't it?
It was
Because,
incredible.
you know, the idea of having a monocrop, I think
Yeah,
that's how
yeah.
you call it in farming, really doesn't appeal. But having
No.
all of they had a whole road of different fruit trees, and I think,
like an avenue.
you know, an avenue of fruit trees. What a wonderful idea! You've got
Yeah.
peach trees, plum trees, apple trees, kiwis, all lining down one road, and
Yeah.
just imagining Crusoe and his little brother or sister wandering down first thing in the morning and picking what they liked.
Yeah, exactly. And also
Wonderful.
you're kind of walking down the pathways, but you're sort of stepping over plants and pumpkins and beans and things, and like no space is wasted.
And the
I
irrigation,
really love that.
the
Yeah,
water.
irrigation is so impressive.
We have-
got so much to learn.
Yeah, we do, and
So
lots
much
of
to learn.
questions, definitely.
And I was really excited about the fact that we had baby grapes, but ours are not looking like this.
No, those are a lot bigger. Can you hold that bottle for me, darling? It's getting heavy. There we go.
got wine.
Yeah, they gave us a couple of bottles of wine to take home with us. That's great. Probably two of the 1,500 litres from their own farm that they produce every year.
Exactly. Pack up. We've got
Yeah.
to pack up the farm.
We've got to pack up the farm, man.
Time to go.
What a shame. But we know that we'll be leaving it in really great hands for the time that we're away.
Yeah.
Joel's there looking after it, and his family are very close by.
How are you doing, love?
Getting rid of all the rubbish, and when we come back, it'll be really lovely to arrive. So,
Clean slate, huh?
clean slate.
This
You're
is-
not going to want to be doing very much when you've got the new boar, the new.
The new baby.
You're not going to want to be doing very much if you've got the new baby.
Yeah.
I'm not going to want to be doing very much because I'm not going to be sleeping.
Quite
If
right.
there is anything to do, we're going to want to make sure it's good fun.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And this is not fun.
This is not fun.
Okay, so the task at hand is to catch the duck and the chicken because they're going. Oh, well, that's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
Because they're going to live with Lida until we get back. Now I want to see how Lida tackles the duck. Oh, well done.
Buddy,
Oh,
catch you when you're bigger.
oh, we'll see you when we get back, babies.
Goodbye to the camera.
Oh, bye, buddy. We'll see you when you get back. Oh, bye, guys. Be safe. I feel really sad. We'll see you soon.
Duck and chicken have just left.
I feel really, really sad. This place feels empty without them.
Suddenly feels very quiet. And yet they don't make any noise, do they?
I didn't realize how much of like a presence they were.
Yeah.
I think it's also because it really heralds that it's time to go, you know?
You know what I can't believe? Is that in 2 days, we won't be here. Yeah, it's such a shame, man. Anyway, we've got reasons and they're good reasons, and we will be back very soon.
It's always at the end of the longest days when the jobs just never end. With Lida and her husband here, we had the sprinkler going on the grass and we forgot to switch it off, which meant that our tank drained completely of water and we have an airlock, so we have no way to clear the airlock. So we're currently wheelbarrowing buckets up to the pool now that Crusoe's asleep to put water in the tank so that we can clear the airlock, so that we can fill the tank, so that we can have water in the house. Honestly, all we want to do is sit for one last evening with our feet up, watching the view. But needs must. And this is just the way it is. Do you know what? I even think I'm going to miss the water and the airlocks.
Yeah. Blown away by that.
Isn't that so cool?
I don't want to leave at all.
This place is a slice of magic,
It's
darling.
totally magical. You know, I got goose pimples. Do you know what that's like? That's like watching an elephant walk up to you in the Serengeti. You know, okay, it's just a fox, but it's not any old fox. Suddenly, it's our fox. You know?
And it's a forest fox.
Yeah, it's a forest fox, and it's come to see us. Maybe it's come to say goodbye. Probably it doesn't know whether it's saying goodbye. Of course, how would a fox know that? Or maybe it does. Maybe
Today's
animals
felt really weird with stuff like that, though, hasn't it?
You know, the duck and the chicken, they haven't been here, and it's felt really quiet.
Yeah, empty.
Empty almost.
And all these weird things have been happening, like the gas finished,
Yeah.
the water ran out.
Yeah. Well, the water's always running out, but hello,
it comes.
fox, back again.
How remarkable.
That's it. We have woken up and it's our final hours on the farm before we've got to say goodbye for a few weeks, and we're so sad about it. We got to go. We got to go, but don't really want to go, to be honest. Before we go, I saw some bamboo kicking around yesterday evening as I was walking around the farm. So I'm going to go down there now and see whether I can just chop it out one last kind of hurrah before we get in the car and start driving towards the UK. Okay, I have just dug out, I don't know, well, quite a lot of bamboo just then. It makes me worried to leave. I know that Joao has got it under control. He's got the lowdown and he's a very capable young man. So hopefully he'll just stay on top of it. I kind of resigned with the bamboo that we've got as much of it dug out as possible. And now it's just a case of hand spades and eyes, keeping an eye on it. And as and when it pops up, just to chop it down and see where we end up with it. Hopefully that'll do the trick. But for now, this is definitely my favourite part of the farm. I absolutely love it. There's been so much effort and work that's gone on down here with the re-landscaping and the grass, and I really hope that when we get back, we've still got a grass lawn there, and that the sun and Of course, Joao can't possibly be here to look after it as much as we've been. We'll see. Again, you know, lots of worries about how things will go while we're not here. But like I've said before, Joao is a very capable young man, and I'm confident that he's going to be able to look after it well for us. But I just, you know, again, I don't want to really go. I'd much rather hang out here doing projects and putting out videos for you guys to share every Sunday. But here we go, on to the next adventures. And of course, there will continue to be Sunday videos, just not from the farm for a few weeks. Pretty exciting Sunday videos, actually. We've got quite a lot in mind, but
Well, I think what John's trying to say, which he doesn't think he has said, but he probably has said it. The mood in the newbie world today is pretty low. We just don't want to go. We have a slice of absolute paradise here, and we've just settled in so much. And I was saying to John the other day how much we've all grown. You know, Crusoe's grown up so much, and... Are you digging, my bubby? Well done. You know, Crusoe's a completely different baby, obviously, because he's had 3 months of growing to do. But I feel like we're different people too. And our lives have kind of changed focus a little bit. You know, the same things remain important, but I think I'm really excited for everything that's to come, because it's taking on a slightly kind of slower pace with more roots in the ground. And that feels really wonderful. So it doesn't mean the wings aren't there anymore. It just means that there's a new element to look forward to. But anyway, let's go have a baby and then get back here as fast as we can.
One door opens while another one closes. That's how it always goes. One heart's breaking while another one is mending. It's all in the ebb and flow. If I had to, I could go it alone, but I don't ever need to, because I have a home, somewhere to run to. I could live alone in the woods, not a single sound, but I would never feel alone, because you've become my home. These windows could shatter to the ground, these walls could fall right down, the lights could all burn out, because this house is not my home. Crumble into dust, I don't need that much, I don't need to roam, because you've become my home. One step forward follows one step backwards. That's what it takes to grow. One life left is another that's just starting, and that's just the way it goes. If I had to, I could go it alone, but I don't ever need to, because I have a home, someone to run to. I could live alone in the woods, not a single sound, but I would never feel alone.
well, that's it for this week.
We've left the farm.
We've left the farm.
We are now a really, really, really long way away from the farm.
We are a really long way away from the farm. Our Portuguese car has trundled its way all the way up to where we are right now. So we'll be giving you a rundown of what we will be doing whilst we're waiting for this one to arrive on the planet.
Basically, our plan while we're in the UK is to try and find as much stuff as possible that can help us learn new skills and information that we can take back to the farm in Portugal, and we will be documenting all of that for you guys so that you can be a part of it too.
Absolutely, more on that next week. We can't wait to share.
Yeah.
But for now, please remember, do
Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already and you enjoyed the video,
subscribe if you haven't already.
and leave us a comment because we love hearing from you. And thank you for sticking with us. We are excited for this next chapter. We're excited to have you here. And we'll be back on the farm before you know it.
Absolutely.
But before that
Few weeks.
time, there's a baby, there's learning, there's discovering. I
Blue
can't wait.
skies.
Blue skies, believe it or not. But anyway, we'll see you next week.
Thanks very much.
Folks.
Bye.